So if you're like me and you like to make things fun for your students, I always like to incorporate a game every now and again just to get them excited. This game specifically I use when we start our stock market lessons because it goes through some risk and reward. It can also be used for probability or if you just need a break and need something fun to do with the kids. So first of all, you start off with 2 dice, and I use the large foam dice. You can do small dice or you can purchase these on Amazon. That's where I got them. You can find the link for these in my storefront, and the whole entire game is outlined on my Teachers Pay Teachers. So, to explain the way the game works is that every student will stand up. They have a piece of paper and a writing utensil, and they stand up at the beginning of the game, and I let them know, okay, so every time we roll the dice, we're going to add the 2 dice together, and we're going to add that score for this round. So everybody writes down round 1, we roll the dice, and we add the dice together. So 2. So if a student decides to sit down at this point after the roll, they would write down that they have 2 for round 1 and they don't accumulate any more points. If they decide to stand, we keep rolling. So we'll roll again and then we get 12. So we add the 2 to the 12 and now we're at 14. So it gets the students adding the dice together as well as adding the 2 numbers together. So if a student decides to sit down now, they would have 14 points. If they keep standing, they keep accumulating points. As they sit down, it's just the total that's been accumulated so far. The trick is they have to decide when is a good time to sit and keep standing, because once a 7 is rolled, which we all know is the most rolled number, anyone who's left standing gets a 0 for that round. So after round 1, after a 7 is rolled, the round ends and they all stand back up for round 2. I usually do 5 rounds, but you can do up to as many rounds as you'd like. After each round is over, they add up their sum of all the rounds, and the person with the highest score, I usually will give a homework pass or a candy bar, and then we incorporate it into risk and reward. So what students stayed standing the longest? They're clearly the riskier students. And what students sat down right away? And did that pay off for them? Did they end up banking more points, or did they sit too soon and they weren't risky enough? So then we kind of turn that into a lesson and we have a classroom discussion about it. I have more tips and tricks like this on my Teachers Pay Teachers, and also follow for more.